Welcome back to our channel. Today is a fabulous day, a beautiful day to dive into the absolute madness unfolding in Genoa City. We have so much to unpack today, so grab your favorite drink, get comfortable, and let's get right into the drama. Oh my god, I'm screaming. I literally cannot even deal right now. Okay, but listen, you have to hear what just happened on the Young and the Restless because my jaw dropped to the actual floor and I haven't recovered since. I was eating dinner and literally choked on my pasta when Victor Newman had the absolute audacity to confront Nikki. I had to pause and text my friend immediately because I was like, are you serious right now? Victor is actually pushing Nikki to completely end her friendship with Jack Abbott if she wants any hope of saving their marriage. The audacity, not okay, I'm done. Why would he do that? Victor is standing there in his custom suit, twirling his metaphorical mustache, acting like he is the king of the universe, and he is literally forcing his wife into an impossible corner. He is making her choose between him and Jack. And honestly, Jack has been Nikki's rock lately because Victor has been acting completely unhinged. I mean, Victor literally orchestrated Jack being kidnapped and drugged on a yacht by Patty Williams, which is INSANE by the way, so of course Nikki feels terrible for Jack and wants to be there for him. But Victor, oh no, Victor can't handle his wife showing an ounce of compassion to his mortal enemy. He is literally backing her into a corner and demanding she cut Jack out of her life forever. Oh wait, before that happened, actually, I need to back up because the context makes this so much worse. I forgot to mention earlier, Nikki is literally dying. Yes, you heard me, dying. I can't breathe. The doctor just gave her a terminal diagnosis, telling her she does not have long to live with this horrific, life-threatening illness she is carrying. And Victor is over here throwing a jealous temper tantrum about Jack Abbott. At this point, I'm yelling at my screen. I am literally screaming at my television like, Victor, she is dying. Get a grip. She needs to get it together, I swear, but how can she when her body is failing her and her husband is playing these toxic mind games? Let's talk about the symptoms because it is so dramatic and heartbreaking. Nikki's headaches have been getting progressively worse, like blinding, agonizing pain that she can barely stand. Victoria has been watching this happen and she is completely freaking out. Victoria is cornering her mother, grilling her with a million questions because she is terrified that her mother is facing something way more alarming than her usual MS symptoms. Nikki keeps trying to brush it off, playing the brave martyr. She keeps telling Victoria that migraines are nothing new and her neurologist will probably just say it's a symptom of her multiple sclerosis. Nikki is like, I'm already taking medication for all these issues. It's fine, I'm fine. But she is not fine, skull emoji. Victoria is not buying it for one single second. She is looking at her mother and seeing the truth that Nikki is trying to hide. Victoria is genuinely terrified that this is something significantly more serious. And of course, from the leaks we know she is absolutely right. It is a terminal illness. It is literally the worst case scenario. And while Nikki is internally grappling with the fact that her days on this earth are severely numbered, she is being forced to stand between two men who have been fighting over her and fighting each other for decades. She has to make a choice between Victor and Jack while a ticking clock is literally counting down the end of her life. I'm dead. I actually cannot handle the emotional weight of this. Wait, did I already say that? Whatever. Anyway, let's shift gears because while Nikki is literally fighting for her life, Victor is out here doing a victory dance over his business dealings. Honestly, the contrast is sickening. Victor is feeling so incredibly triumphant right now. He is gloating like nobody's business because this is the moment he finally reclaims Newman Enterprises from Phyllis Summers. He has been plotting and scheming and using that crazy AI program to frame her and destroy her life, and it is finally paying off. He has backed Phyllis into such a tight corner that she has no choice but to surrender. Phyllis is losing everything. By the end of the week, she is going to be so desperate that she runs to Michael Baldwin, begging him to help clear her name. Phyllis is basically on her knees pleading with Michael to save her from the legal nightmare Victor has trapped her in. And Michael is in such a weird spot because Victor literally just fired him and threatened to have him disbarred for helping Lauren and Phyllis. The dynamic here is wild, insane, iconic. Phyllis is completely unhinged right now, realizing that Victor has completely outplayed her and stolen back the company. Okay, where was I? Right, so Victor gets his precious Newman Enterprises back. He is sitting in his CEO chair, feeling like the master of the universe, completely oblivious to the fact that his wife is hiding a terminal illness. And because Victor got exactly what he wanted the company, he suddenly wants to play nice with the legal system. He decides he wants to call off the dogs. He wants to drop the charges against Phyllis now that she has surrendered the empire. He thinks he can just snap his fingers and make the legal trouble go away. But here's the twist that had me literally jumping off my couch. We are getting new scenes with Christine Williams this week. Yes, cricket is back in action. Victor goes to Christine and is basically like, okay, I got my company back. We are done here. You can drop the charges against Phyllis. But Victor clearly forgot who he is dealing with. Christine and Phyllis have hated each other since the literal dawn of time. Their feud is ancient and legendary. And don't even get me started on that. Christine's hatred for Phyllis is so deep and so personal that she is not just going to let this go because Victor Newman says so. Christine is a loaded weapon, and Victor pointed her right at Phyllis. Now that she has Phyllis in her sights, she does not want to pull back. Christine is absolutely relishing this. She loves the idea of punishing Phyllis. She wants to see Phyllis in handcuffs, behind bars, stripped of her dignity. I am calling it now. This is going to end badly for Victor's little neat and tidy plan. Christine is going to go rogue. She is going to refuse to drop the charges. She is going to push forward with the prosecution because she wants Phyllis to suffer, and Victor is going to realize that he unleashed a monster he can no longer control. Mark my words. Christine is going to be the wild card that ruins everything. I just can't get over the absolute chaos of all these storylines colliding. You have Victor acting like a ruthless dictator in the boardroom, manipulating the justice system, fixing Christine on Phyllis, and reclaiming his throne. He is so high on his own power. But he is completely failing as a husband. He is giving Nikki these toxic ultimatums, demanding she cut ties with Jack, screaming about loyalty and betrayal while Nikki is literally holding on to a terminal diagnosis. Imagine being Nikki right now. You are told you don't have long to live. You are in agonizing pain. Your daughter is crying and begging you to tell the truth about your health. The man who has been your gentle, supportive friend Jack is being targeted by your husband. And your husband is so consumed by his own ego and his business empire that he can't even see that you are slipping away. It is actually tragic. I am so emotionally invested in these people like they are my actual family, and I am personally offended by Victor's choices right now. I really need Nikki to just scream the truth in Victor's face. I need her to look at him and say, I am dying. Victor, stop complaining about Jack Abbott. But she won't, because she is Nikki Newman and she has to carry the weight of the world on her shoulders. She is going to try to manage Victor's ego, protect Victoria from the truth, and somehow navigate this impossible choice between Jack and Victor. And what about Jack? Jack is already losing his mind over Diane being missing and Patty's crazy text messages. Now he is going to find out that Victor is trying to force Nikki to abandon him. Jack is going to explode. The Abbott and Newman war is going to reignite in a way we haven't seen in years. Jack is going to realize that Victor is not only destroying his marriage with Diane, but is now trying to isolate Nikki from him. It is going to be a bloodbath. I honestly don't know how I am going to survive the rest of this week's episodes. I am on the edge of my seat. The stakes have never been higher. Nikki's life is on the line. Phyllis's freedom is on the line. Michael's career is on the line. And Victor's soul is completely lost in his own hubris. I am literally counting down the minutes until tomorrow's episode. You guys have to tell me in the comments what you think is going to happen, because my brain is spinning. Is Christine going to throw Phyllis in prison? Is Nikki going to collapse before she can make her choice? Is Victor going to find out the truth too late? I just can't. Stay tuned, because this is going to be the most insane month of television ever.